Hello students, I am your AM ma'am and today we are going to continue our grammar lesson and our topic today is reflexive pronouns. So what are reflexive pronouns? Reflexive pronouns refer to the same persons as the subject of the verb. It is formed by adding self or selves to the personal pronouns. Let us look at the chart here. See, the person, it's first, number singular, the personal pronoun I, then the reflexive pronoun is going to be myself. First person, plural number, personal pronoun we, the reflexive pronoun is going to be ourselves. Now, second person singular number you, yourself. Second person plural number you, yourselves. Third person singular male, that is masculine gender. If the personal pronoun he, the reflexive pronoun is himself. And third person singular number female, that is with feminine gender, the personal pronoun she, the reflexive pronoun is herself. Third person singular number, neuter gender or non-personal, that's common gender, the personal pronoun it, the reflexive pronoun is itself. And third person plural number, the personal pronoun they, the reflexive pronoun is themselves. Well, now for third person singular number, if the pronoun is indefinite, that's one, then the reflexive pronoun is oneself. Now let's go into the next chart where you have a few examples. Alright, look at the examples. Alice made herself some tea. Archie helped himself to some strawberries. Look at yourself in the mirror. They blamed themselves for the accident. Children, in this particular sentence, you see, you subject is implied. So, you don't have to say it. When you're saying, you say, look at yourself. It is implied and you mean you look at yourself. Alright? Now, let's go into the next slide. Reflexive pronouns. Well, a different kind of use of reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are also used to emphasize a noun or a pronoun, and in those cases, they are called emphatic pronouns. Okay? Now, what is the purpose of these pronouns? They add extra information. They denote that a certain person or thing and no other is meant. They are placed after the subject, that is the noun or pronoun, or after the verb and its object, that is towards the end of the sentence. Now, let's look at a few examples so that you get a clearer picture. The king himself gave them the medals. Himself is placed after the subject. That's the king. The king gave them the medals himself. See, it's placed towards the end, isn't it? After the verb and its object. Clear? Great. Now let's go into the next slide. Okay. Children, we must remember the usage. See, reflexive pronouns are used to refer back. They are indispensable. Let's look at this example. The children hurt themselves while playing. Now, if I remove the reflexive pronoun from here, the sentence does not make sense. The children hurt while playing? It's wrong, isn't it? Now, when the reflexive pronoun is used emphatically, let's first understand what it is. Emphatic pronouns add extra information. Removing them does not make a sentence ungrammatical. It still remains correct. Let us look at the example. He baked the cake himself. Now, I'm going to take away himself. He baked the cake. Absolutely correct grammatically, isn't it? Great. Now, let's move on to the next slide. Relative pronouns. What are relative pronouns? Relative pronouns join two sentences and relate to some nouns going before. Join, relate. Let's look at a few examples to get a clear idea. Let's read these pairs of sentences. This is John. John saved the life of a dog. The car broke down. I hired the car. Here is the pen. You lent me the pen. Now let's join these pairs. This is John who saved the life of a dog. The car which I hired broke down. Here is the pen that you lent me. Now children, let's look at this next box. In sentence number 1, who is used instead of the noun John. In sentence number 2, which is used instead of the noun car. In sentence number 3, that is used instead of the noun pen. So they are all being used instead of nouns. Naturally, they are pronouns. Now, again, who, which, that relates to the nouns John, car, pen, respectively. So they are called relative pronouns. Clear? Great. Now let's go into the next slide and see the different forms and the uses of relative pronouns. So look at this chart. In the subject form, when it refers to people, we say who. And when it refers to things, we say which or that. In the object form, when it refers to people, we say whom. And when it refers to things, we say which, that. In the possessive form, when it refers to people or it refers to things, we always say whose. So children, that's it for today's class. We are going to continue with the pronouns lesson in the next class. But it's time for you to note down your home assignment. Page numbers 28, 29, 30, exercise D, E, F, G. So, see you in the next class. And if you have any doubt, go through the slides, go through the books, and after that, if your doubt still persists, then you know I'm here. You can contact me, call me, WhatsApp me. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and be very, very happy. Bye-bye.